I lost my virginity when I was 32 years old. I don't normally start a conversation. Normally I start a conversation by talking about my irritable bowel syndrome, which probably explains why I lost my virginity at 32 years old. Actually, usually when I talk about this, people will come up after shows and go, "I don't believe you. You didn't really." And that's great. No, it's better that than me say I lost my virginity at 32 and everyone goes, "Yeah, that seems about right." You have that adult virgin je ne sais quoi. People ask me if I did this for religious reasons. In a way I did. I just, there is no God. That's the reason. In fact, it scares me if there is a God, because if there is a God, that means there's a plan. And if there's a plan, that means part of that plan is that I didn't have sex until I was 32 years old. And I'm not sure that's a deity I can get behind. I mean, maybe the universe runs on sexual frustration and I'm like a battery or something. I don't know. So this girl, she sees me perform, not sexually, of course. She sees me talk about being a virgin, and she's interested. And what that teaches me is that when I am honest about who I am up here, I will have sex occasionally. She saw me. I was doing jokes about the X-Men. I was talking about which all my friends tell me, like, don't talk about the X-Men because women, you know, they'll find that unattractive. Blah, 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 blah. Don't talk about Star Trek. Don't talk about your nerd stuff. The problem is if I don't talk about X-Men and I don't talk about Star Trek, I don't talk. And specifically, I was talking about Wolverine and how in the comics he wore yellow spandex. And I don't know if you've seen a Wolverine, but apparently Wolverine has not. Which leads me to the theory that X-Men is really the story of a bunch of mutants being afraid of one really angry mutant who's mistaken a Wolverine with a parrot. And they're too afraid to say something. This girl sees me do that, and so she sends me a text message and she says, "Are you really a virgin?" And I say, "Yes." And she says, "How far have you gotten?" And I respond, "Right now. This is as far." And she deserves the Medal of Freedom for being with me, by the way. She really does. She deserves so much. I'm so grateful, because without her, I would... without her, right now, the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin would be getting scary. It would be. I wanted to lose it in college. That's where I wanted to have sex. I didn't have sex in college, and I was a theater major. You know, when you've heard of the theater major parties, you know, there's twice as much crying, twice as much sex, and then the girls show up. There was this guy named Kyle, and he got all the women, and I was very jealous of Kyle, and I had a teacher who said, "Hey, don't be jealous of Kyle. The women, they only want to have sex with Kyle, but they're going to want to marry you. I think they're going to want to marry me and continue to have sex with me." You guys have been phenomenal. My name is Joshua Snyder.